My name's Angelina. I'm a freshman at Brown, and this is my first semester on campus.
Hi, my name is Jesse. I'm a freshman here at Rice, and I'm 20 years old.
My name is Renzi Apiorelli. I'm a freshman at Martell, and I'm studying kinesiology.
I'm Morgan. I'm a freshman at Brown. I'm currently studying Math Econ, and this is my first Africayé.
My name is Tana, and I am a chemical engineering junior, and my residential college is Rice College.
I'm from New York City. My mom is Caribbean, she's Bayesian and Trinidadian, and my dad is Creole. So I recently started identifying as Caribbean.
I was born and raised in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and my mom is fully Dutch, but my dad is fully Ghanaian.
I'm from Dallas, Texas. My mom is from Lagos, and my dad is Chicano, which means that he was born here, but he's of Mexican descent.
I'm from Gwinnett County, which is in Georgia, but my mom is from Nigeria.
Originally, I was born in Ireland, and I lived there until I was about 13 years old. And then I moved to Nigeria, and I lived there for 5 years before eventually coming to the US for college.
سمعت We driving on the west side. 9:45, US, should we light up? I say alright, that would be delightful. I think I like you, kind of enticing. So you wanna know what it's looking like? That's justified, cause it's been some time. And I don't know, no, I don't know. See, I'm hella hip this time. Ain't going down with no ship this time. Cut the bullshit this time. Crazy how some lips could just kiss me blind. No, no, not this time. See, I'm hella hip this time. Ain't going down with no ship this time. So cut the bullshit this time. Crazy how some lips could you kiss me blind. No, no, not this. Don't play me like a fiddle. Keep another love with me up in the middle. No, stay true like a true one do. Don't play me like a fiddle. I'm a clever one. I'm up on all your riddles. No, stay true like a true one do. I'm sick and tired of the compromising. I'd rather sleep with no one beside me than with the ghost with a heart that froze. Don't get it twisted, I'll have to dip. It's imperative that you don't forget just who it is that you're playing with. See, I'm hella hip this time. Ain't going down with no ship this time. So cut the bullshit this time. Crazy how some lips could just kiss me blind. No, no, not this time. See, I'm hella hip this time. Ain't going down with no ship this time. So cut the bullshit this time. Crazy how some lips could you kiss me blind. No, no, not this. Don't play me like a fiddle. Keep another love with me up in the middle. No, stay true like a true one do. Don't play me like a fiddle. I'm a clever one. I'm up on all your riddles. No, stay true like a true one do. Don't, no, 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 don't. Stay true like a true one do. Don't play me like a fiddle. I'm a clever one. I'm up on all your riddles. No, stay true like a true one do. See, I'm hella hip this time. Cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. Whoa, whoa.
I wouldn't really say that I have a native language. I've grown up speaking predominantly English, but I don't know what my family's original language would have been. But if I did know it, I would love to learn it.
So my native language is Dutch. That's the language I grew up speaking. My dad, though, he speaks Tree, which is a Ghanaian language. And I don't know how to speak that language, but I do intend to learn at a certain point.
The only language I'm fluent in is English. I'm trying to learn Spanish and Igbo as well. Neither of my parents speak another language, but my mom is a receptive Igbo and Yoruba speaker.
My mom was Igbo. I know a few words like Kedu, Biko, but that's like I'm not fluent at all. I should learn at some point, but right now, no.
My native language is Yoruba. My tribe is Yoruba, and yes, I speak it. I still can't read or write it, unfortunately. Also, because I lived in Ireland for so long, they teach you the language from when you're really young. So I can read and write Irish, and I understand it really well.
Mamache, Mamaha, Mamajo. Au famille commune team, ye Ghanani, Mika country.
Bonsoir, mon nom c'est Christy. Moi haïtien et je dis à ma parler créole.
Oi pessoal, eu sou a Erika e sou etiopo-angolana e estou a falar português.
Minha Inês, eu estou a Chimney, nturuka mu Rwanda kandi mvuga Ikinyarwanda.
Ndewono, afam bụ Kenechukwu Onubogu. Abụ m onye Obosi, Anambra State, Nigeria.
ሰላም እኔ ምኞቴ ታደሰ እባላለሁ ከአዲስ አበባ ኢትዮጵያ ነው የተወለድኩትና የማወራው ቋንቋ አማርኛ ነው።
Ekabo, orúkọ mi ni Tonomise, mo wá láti Èkìtì, mo dẹ̀ ń sọ èdè Yorùbá.
Etiefo, Mamuni na Akwaba, Africayé Jumadie, Ayatini Dinse, Ebi before Amuwa Quantum.
Anessa, Africayé são vraiment diferentes de l'autre show que passei.
Mas ainda esperamos mergulhar-vos numa experiência vibrante, destacando a identidade africana em constante mudança.
Umwaka ushize hari byinshi byabaye hano muri Amerika ku banyafrika bahatuye. Harimo nk'ishingwa ry'umutwe wa NSAS muri Nigeria, harimo umuryango wa Black Lives Matter hano muri Amerika, ndetse na jenoside yatigiranye muri Ethiopia.
Ọ bụ eziokwu na ihe omume ndị a bụ n'ihi oke mmegbu mkpagbu na ikpe na-ezighị ezi.
ዲያስፖራውን በአንድነት አሰባስበው ጠንካራ የሆነ ህብረተሰብ ፈጠሩ።
Pẹ̀lú ìbádùn yìí, báwa lè ní ká fún diaspora lẹ́nu.
Fumote monde la desa Afrique.
Dịka ha ji obi ụtọ egosipụta onwe ha site n'akụkọ ha na akara aka ha.
Dites-moi d'où il vient, enfin je saurai où je vais. Maman dit que lorsqu'on cherche bien, on finit toujours par trouver. Elle dit qu'il n'est jamais très loin, qu'il part très souvent travailler. Maman dit travailler c'est bien, bien mieux qu'être mal accompagné. Pas vrai, où est ton papa? Dis-moi où est ton papa? Sans même devoir lui parler, il sait ce qu'il ne va pas. Un sacré papa. Dis-moi où es-tu caché, ça doit faire au moins 1000 fois que j'ai compté mes doigts. Et où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, où t'es, où papa, où t'es? Où t'es, 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 où t'es, où papa, où t'es? Qu'on y croit ou pas, il y aura bien un jour, on n'y croira plus. Un jour à l'autre, on sera tous papa et d'un jour à l'autre, on aura disparu. Serons-nous détestables? Serons-nous admirables? Des géniteurs ou des génies? Dites-nous qui donne naissance aux irresponsables. Ah, dites-nous qui? Tiens, tout le monde sait comment on fait des bébés, mais personne sait comment on fait des papas. Monsieur, je sais tout, on est hérité, c'est sa faute, c'est son pouce ou quoi? Dites-nous où c'est caché, ça doit faire au moins 1000 fois qu'on a bouffé nos doigts. Et où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, où t'es, où papa, où t'es? Où t'es, 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 où t'es, où papa, où t'es? Où est ton papa? Dis-moi où est ton papa? Sans même devoir lui parler, il sait ce qu'il ne va pas. Un sacré papa. Dis-moi où es-tu caché? Ça doit faire au moins 1000 fois que j'ai compté mes doigts. Et où est ton papa? Dis-moi où est ton papa? Sans même devoir lui parler, il sait ce qu'il ne va pas. Un sacré papa. Dis-moi où es-tu caché? Ça doit faire au moins 1000 fois que j'ai compté mes doigts. Et où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, papa, où t'es? Où t'es, où t'es, où papa, où t'es? Où t'es, 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 où t'es, où papa, où t'es? Où t'es?
On my mom's side, who's Caribbean, it's definitely the music. And then on my dad's side, who's Creole, it's the food.
I really, really love West African music. Whenever I listen to it, it just takes me back to Ghana, and I feel happy and joyful.
I'd have to say community. Things like weddings, late night parties, dancing, hanging out with cousins, that kind of thing.
I really love the energy around like African culture and just like our ambition. I think that being around other Africans makes me like feel energized. Like, it makes me motivated because I'm around people I can trust and I can be myself around.
What I celebrate most about my culture is definitely just how connected the community is. I feel like Nigerians are just so connected in so many ways. So it's really nice just like having that community, supportive community of people wherever you go in the world, because Nigerians are everywhere.
Black is beautiful. It's God crafted, melanin gifted, sun kissed, warmth exuded, unlimited, celestial goodness from within our skin. Black is beautiful. We create our own bliss when there is none. We transform worlds. We build kingdoms, creating generational wealth in a country unconcerned for our health. Black is beautiful. In the face of all lives matter, in the face of white power, Black is beautiful. Black is the Aki and Kalaloo gifted to us from Mother Earth. It's rising from the pain, it's rising from the hurt. It's a movement, it's a trend. You love to try on our skin, but Black is so much deeper. It's beyond the color to what's within. Black is the face of a people. It's the love of a tribe. And Black is beautiful. His, hers, and mine.
Ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ mi nílẹ̀ yìí o. Ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ mo ríre o. Ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ mi nílẹ̀ yìí o. Ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ mo ríre o. Ẹyẹ àdàbà, ẹyẹ àdàbà, ẹyẹ àdàbà tí ń fò lókè lókè lókè. Wá balẹ̀ mi, ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ mo ríre o. The grass is greener on the other side. That's what I found when I took a ride. I've burned my bridges and I never looked back. If I had known the life I was searching for was looking me right in the eyes, oh. If I had known the life I was searching for was already my own. Ire ń bẹ nílé o, ire ayọ̀, ire ire ire, ire ire ayọ̀ ó ń pè mí. Ó ní kí n má bọ̀, ó ní kí n má bọ̀ nílé. Ire ire ire, ire ire ayọ̀ ó ń pè mí. Ó ní kí n má bọ̀, ó ní kí n má bọ̀ nílé. Ire ire ire, ire ire ayọ̀ ó ń pè mí. Onigi mabo, onigi mabo, nile.
Hey everyone, we hope that y'all are enjoying the show.
Even these circumstances, we still know how to put on a show.
If you don't know, I'm Morgan Harris, a freshman at Brown.
And I'm Nathan Abraha, a freshman at Martell.
And we're the Charity and Service Task Force of the Central Committee.
Tonight, we're going to announce our chosen charity to donate to.
We are very happy to be supporting African Diaspora United for Development this year. Their mission, impact, and programming represent values that we want to always embody here in our African community.
They do a variety of things for a variety of people, which we feel helps African sub-communities in Houston and across the globe, and as a whole falls in line with Rasa's values.
For example, they provide housing to recent U.S. immigrants, and they even have a fitness program just for kids.
They also give school supplies and personally help connect people in the diaspora.
At Rasa, we think it's important to support African communities both at Rice and throughout the African diaspora.
Anything helps, no amount is too small. Thank y'all,
and now back to the show.
I know you need a holiday. Let's go away for 6 months, twice in a year, baby. I know you want the fancy wedding, yeah. I don't Beyonce and Jay-Z, then go come sing for you, my lady. Oh yeah, baby, oh. I know emergency they see, girlie, no matter. Plenty girls for my phone, but now you are the answer. I love you. I know go break up, oh baby, before you wake up.
I feel my face no more. I can't feel my legs no more. But you pa, but them a joke pa. I can't feel my face no more. I can't feel my legs no more. But you pa, but them a joke pa. I can't feel my face no more. I can't feel my legs no more. But you pa, but them a joke pa. Oh yeah.
Shake you, mama. Oh yeah, rock, mama.
The plan for this painting and what I was trying to push when I designed this is unity in diversity, because we're all so different in Africa and we're all different as the human race in our different cultures and customs. But at the same time, where there's pure diversity, it gives you unique perspective, fresh ideas. That's what unites us as a whole. The importance of bringing my culture into art is that it's a story, it's a perspective. When I make paintings, I want it to be a conversation starter. Working on the painting with the students, it was liberating. Representation on campus means a lot to me, and I went to University of Houston, which is also predominantly white, but we had our own ASA in which I was a vice president. I know what it means to come into a campus and look for identity. Joining communities like this, it builds you, it gives you character. You actually find yourself.
It's out of our control. It's not like he wants to kill. He just doesn't want to die. You know what I'm saying? It's that situation when you got, we are living in a war zone. I feel like I can represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died. But now, I cannot die. I can't leave until this straight. You know, I'm not suicidal. I can't go until y'all really know what time it is. And then after that, boom, it's all over. And we can see, how this fall. But that's how it is. And the reason being is because if I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here. Because God has cursed me to see what life should be like.
But I don't want to see. I learned so much about this world, seem like it's hunting me. And plus I'm steady on the climb, I come from poverty. And that's just real shit. And that's just something on my mind I gotta deal with. But this shit don't feel right. They made this system like a game, like this ain't real life. Built up off other people's pain, they reaching real heights. Them owners still white, in prison still black. The slave became the criminal, go get them slaves back. Go get them slaves back. The slave became the criminal, go get them slaves back. Yeah. So when you see it like I do, it's hard to pick a side. Seem like I'm stuck between the truth and chasing dollar signs. On top, the only thing to do is boost the bottom line. Meanwhile, there's people at the bottom that ain't got a dime. And to make the matters worse, that shit was by design. That shit was by design. I said what make the matters worse, that shit was by design. I just can't seem to get that sacrifice up out my mind.
Today you have such an intense degree of dissatisfaction and impatience existing among our people at the mass level that it is almost impossible to come to them with a program that's going to take another 100 years.
Keep it real over the years, I ain't know what to do. Seemed like the problem way too big to have an answer to. But then I got around some people, made me realize it's not in me, flip that to we, that's where the strength lies. We black like tea, we smoke the tree, and yes, we brilliant. Yes, we brilliant. We black like tea, we smoke the tree, and yes, we brilliant. We build our own societies, guess what, we still can. And we don't need foreign monies, just need a real plan. We just need a real plan. So I suggest they bridge the gap shit while they still can. Yeah.
I'm specifically speaking to us and about who we are and how do you maintain the sense of self while pushing it forward and holding us to have a responsibility for our actions. Because in America, it is what it is. And there's a solution for us. If we had a power base together, we would have a much different conversation than me having a conversation by myself and trying to change America by myself. If I come with 40 million people, it's a different conversation.
But when I got to Rice, I noticed that a lot of the other Black students have direct relationships to Africa. And so that's kind of made me feel, kind of like a minority within a minority. But it's definitely been an interesting twist to see that, play out in my identity and my interactions with other Black people.
My experience is shaped by the fact that whenever I'm around other African people, I feel a bit less African because I've never actually lived in Ghana, so I can't share that experience of living there. But whenever I'm in the Netherlands, for example, I feel more African, especially when I'm around only Dutch people.
Being mixed heritage kind of complicates my identity. Since I don't speak like another language, I feel like that's one of the main barriers between like fully being one or the other, or even both, especially like for Spanish, because I feel like that's a really big cultural trait.
In high school, I kind of felt like I had to be as American as possible, so I tried to like dumb it down. But here, I feel like being African is like celebrating, like you can be your true self. So that's like something I've tried to do more of since I got to Rice.
Growing up in Ireland, I knew I was Nigerian, and I knew about like my culture and my tribes because I was raised in a Nigerian household. But I wasn't really fully aware of like how diverse Nigeria is until I moved there. I was able to like kind of experience other tribes and like, see their food and their languages and their culture too, because they do vary.
What about love? It could be picture perfect. At least that's how I've always heard it. What about trust? It's something that you earn. It's lost if you burn me. Stuck in my memory. Silence. That's all I hear between the violence. They don't care if you're staying silent. You could go out in one blink. Stuck in my mind. How could I ever think of crazy theories like better days? Moving on up my merry way. What about what people say? Making love on a sunny
day. Oh shoot, I think I put it in backwards. Dude, are you serious? Yeah, I'm so sorry. What'd I do? Just flip it over. You're fine. Just flip it over. Hit play. You sure? Yeah, you're good. Okay, here we go.
When you have to fight to live your own way, you have to hope to live to see a brighter day. fight back. Waiting for a change, but it's still coming, so I'm shaking. My heart is breaking into. Tried meditating, then levitated, then flew to a better place. Well, there's no lines in the sand. We got a plot of land. I know you never wanted to. Wake up to what we're going through. Oh, yeah.
What it do? I'm Arthur Ngugi, resident neuropsychiatrist here in Cape Town, South Africa. If you're new to the channel, first, welcome. I'm not going to tell you like and subscribe, you do you, but what I will do is thank my patrons on Patreon. YouTube keeps demonetizing my videos, so your support is truly immeasurable. I have a little time to spare in between rounds, so I thought, why not make a quick video or two? Hopefully I don't get called to consult. They keep interrupting my videos. I have big news to share. I'm starting a new series on the channel. I'm going to do Day in the Life vlog series. I'm going to show you what it's like to be a resident in a South African teaching hospital. I know a good chunk of my subscriber base are university-age students across Africa, and a good diasporic number of you are from the US and UK, especially from Texas. I didn't know there are a lot of Africans there. The more you know. I'm going to share my personal journey to medicine and why I'm working here in South Africa and not back home in Tanzania. I know this is a major shift from my usual long-form video essays, but don't worry, I still plan to continue doing stuff like that, like the one I did on Frantz Fanon a month ago. I think that's it. The first episode of Day in the Life vlog series will be released next week. Well, see you next one. Dang, that's some cruel irony there. My apologies, I did not plan that. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm still rolling. My apologies there. I should probably edit this part out, but I think you should hear this. It's not one of my consults or one of my patients. I can't tell you that, it's against the law. It's from the Ministry of Health. Looks like we have our first confirmed case of COVID-19 here in South Africa. I don't know all the details, but what I will tell you is please make sure to get your news from reputable sources. Knowledge is key here. Things are changing every day. And also, don't just get your news from your auntie's WhatsApp chats, okay? Okay, as a consult this time, I have to get going. Till then, I see you in the next video. Take care. Greetings, friends. Arthur here. I do apologize for the 12-week pause in video publications. Ever since March 11th, when the pandemic was declared, the hospital shifted every resource, every staff member to treating COVID patients and testing people on the streets. I've been working in the ER now for the past 12 weeks, hence the 12-week pause. I didn't tell anyone this, but back on March 11th, when it was declared, I got scared. Scared for my family and loved ones, of course, but I got scared for all of us. Specifically, I got scared of how much damage COVID was going to inflict on Africa. I'm just looking back in recent history. The HIV and AIDS pandemic has done horrific damage to millions of lives here in sub-Saharan Africa, and still continues to do. There's a real chance COVID can be just as horrific. There's a real chance also that all the health and economic progress we made in these past 2 decades in sub-Saharan Africa, COVID could wipe that out. And we're seeing these first world nations struggle in the face of this little virus. Italy was on its knees back in March. In New York City, the Big Apple was at death's doorstep in April. And if these first world colossuses are struggling as they are now, imagine us here. But it didn't end up like that. Don't get me wrong. The pandemic is ravaging us. I see it every day. But a good number of African governments, not all, but a good number, they responded quickly and competently. And not all first world nations can say the same. I can't end this video without responding to what happened in Minneapolis 3 weeks ago. The state-mediated murder of George Floyd, that leaves me speechless. All that I can say is that Black Lives Matter and Black Lives must matter everywhere. But even here in our quote-unquote homeland, our lives don't necessarily matter. Our lives don't matter when our governments prioritize holding on to power and not feeding the people, or when they downplay the virus, or when they play off ethnic tribal divisions so they can dictate whether we can even live to the next day. I can go on, but I worry here I'm rambling too much and maybe a bit too preachy. I'm going to end it there. Before I go, a quick housekeeping note. Let's revive the Day in the Life vlog series. It's not going to be like how I envisioned back in March, but it's worth a try. Let's keep at it. Till then, I'll see you in the next video. Keep wearing a mask, keep physical distancing, hang in there. Take care. Salutations, compatriots. I'm going to get straight to the point. I have a question to ask you. Do you remember the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? I hope not personally, but as I speak, they're swaggering up and down Africa, let alone the world. Pestilence, we're familiar with him. I see him at work every day, and he made his entry known to South Africa back in my March video. And according to recent UN estimates, famine is following close by. No, the one horseman that frustrates me the most is war. War, it feeds off our personal failings. It's tough as it is to fight against poverty, hunger, and disease. But why do we have to keep adding authoritarianism to this ungodly mix? Right now in Ethiopia and in Nigeria, war is rearing its ugly head. In Nigeria back in late October, scores of peaceful protesters were murdered in cold blood by their own police. And in Ethiopia, the prime minister, who had just gotten the Nobel Peace Prize, his government is committing cultural genocide against the Tigray people. But to enter a more positive note, I feel like I have to force myself to do that these days. American democracy is still alive. I kid you not, I thought it died 4 years ago, but Black people saved it once again. I see you, Georgia. I see you, Stacey Abrams. I even see you, Texas. I know you tried. The world thanks you for your service. You had to fight a powerful, white supremacist, fascistic political apparatus. You know, US, you and South Africa, we have a lot in common, don't we? Either way, please don't give up the fight. We're counting on you because we're living in America's world after all. I have to get going now. Take care. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's go. Hey friends, Arthur here. I just finished a night shift. I'm about to head home, trying to find where I parked my car. As I try to find my car, I thought, why not make a quick Q&A video, right? A few weeks back, I asked you on Instagram to post any questions you want me to answer for our 1-year special Q&A. All the COVID questions I got were really good, and they will be answered in an upcoming video. But in the meantime, though, down in the description, I linked resources and information from the Ministry of Health, public health experts, and charities to donate to. Check them out. So let's get after it. Who is our first question? Our first question is from self-referential user 979. They ask, why are you working in South Africa? You said you would tell us, but you haven't for a year. Plus you have an American accent. Things don't seem to add up. Well, self-referential user 979, you're not the first person to ask me that question. I get asked that a lot here in Cape Town. Maybe it's that xenophobic thing they were talking about before I joined my residency here. But I will make a video to answer that question. It's a long story, but I have to keep you in suspense till then. Are you good with that? Our next question is from Kunda. Kunda asks, what are your thoughts on the death of President Nkurunziza back in June? I was surprised you didn't mention him in your June video. First, Kunda, thanks for that question. That's pretty astute of you. I didn't know anyone noticed that. I had intended to talk about that in my June video, but there was a lot of other heavy subject matter in that video. I had to pace myself. Just so everyone knows, Nkurunziza, the late Burundian president, he had died from a cardiac arrest. Back in June, in that video, I had intended to share my skepticism of that official report. I would have shared my pet theory that he probably is the first world leader to die from COVID, but I don't want to go down that hole today. On a more personal note, do you know who I thought of when I heard of the news of Nkurunziza's death? I thought of my father. My father is still alive, God bless. He's living back home in Dar es Salaam with my family. I thought of my father because he's a few years older than Nkurunziza, the same generation. And my father, a Tutsi refugee, exiled from his homeland for the majority of his life, he has now outlived the former Hutu rebel president for life. And that really hit me that day. I usually don't get this personal in my videos. A lot of comments saying I intellectualize too much in my videos. They may have a point, maybe it's a defense mechanism. Either way, Kunda, thank you for that very astute question. I appreciate that. I don't know if you hear that. There's like a car honking at me. I probably shouldn't be doing videos in the middle of a road in a parking garage. I have to get going now. There will be a part 2 Q&A though, so don't worry, your questions will be answered. Till then, keep wearing a mask, keep social distancing. We're almost there. Take care.
Well, like I said earlier, I'm not super connected to my direct African ancestry, but I love that Rasa has kind of created a space where I can explore that more and just feel more connected to that.
Rasa empowers me by acknowledging that I'm worthy of identifying as African and really connecting me to the community of other people.
It's definitely a platform to work on things and put in time into I guess discovering myself, discovering other people. So I've learned a lot about not just Nigerian things, but West African culture, East African, Pan-African, and then also through Africayé, the diasporan experience as well. It's an excellent opportunity for me to like put in time into something that I genuinely enjoy and get to know a lot more about my roots as well.
It gives me an outlet to be like myself. I think before coming to like Rice, I never really allowed myself to be African. Honestly, I was kind of whitewashed in high school, but since coming here, I felt empowered to be myself, just explore my African identity with my friends, and that's been really great.
Having just Rasa around, the community is just really nice. It makes me feel more connected to home, seeing faces like mine, especially in a predominantly white institution, especially my major, because I'm like the only Black girl in my major. So it's just really nice coming to spaces like Rasa, where I can just like talk to other people and I have like people there to support me.
Southern trees, barren, strange fruit, blood on the leaves, and blood at the roots. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Strange fruit hanging.
They needed us for labor and for sport. Now, they can't get rid of us.
With his same old safe bet. Me
just found new trees, so tread carefully about him and me. We only said goodbye with words. I die 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back. We only said goodbye with words. I die 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to
My body, a diaspora. I know not where I come from. The skin on my back reads brown, but the blood in my veins bleeds red. Perhaps this is what they mean when they call me colored. They say I am American, but if so, why am I a hyphenated conundrum with a history that begins long before some 1776? A story long forgotten from my own weary body. When I ask my mother, where am I from? She says here, the projects of Birmingham, Alabama, where her mother resided, and her big mama pulled 6 children from the claws of the Jim Crow South. When I ask my father, where am I from? He says here, the south side of Birmingham, a neighborhood he called home long before some white gentrifiers colonized another territory foreign to them. And when I ask my parents of their history before this, when home was filled with people who looked like me, when our past was not oceans away, they did not know. History was another oral tradition, knowledge pouring from a cup, beginning only with those alive to tell it. And why search for more with a cup as full as theirs? Their stories bleeding with protests, hip-hop movements, generations of resistance that birthed them. But do you understand my frustration, my pain, at a history that begins on a land we did not come from, at a name that is distinctly American and nothing else, wanting, wishing for a story more than pain and strife? I ask my grandmother, Nanny, where am I from? She tells me that the braided locks on my head began in a place called Eden. And I wonder how we ended up on a continent 90 days a boat ride from there. I wonder with each drowning ancestor what customs, traditions were lost. I wonder what languages died on throats that gasped for air. I wonder what art perished with the gifted hands of the sick. I wonder, where is home? What roots sprouted from earth, drawing the lines of my family tree? What seedlings bear the fruits of my past? What does it taste like to know home? To read the book from beginning to end, to know with confidence my history. I wonder if I'll ever know peace. Peace with not knowing. Peace with the seeds sown in the States, in my hometown of Birmingham. Peace and understanding that my body is a piece, belonging to many puzzles, to many roots. I am from nowhere and everywhere, no fault of my own, for we are all winding roads leading back to Eden. When I ask my mother where I am from and she says Alabama, I want that to be enough. To feel no pain at the pitfalls of my circumstance, but only pride at the history that is written in the streets that I walk, the history that is familiar with strife, but rich with resilience. To see Harriet Tubman as some many greats ago grandmother. To see the projects of Birmingham as Eden. To see Eden as some winding road that twists over continents and dives under oceans to get back to the homeland. To taste a medley of fruits from a medley of places that all trace back to the same roots that I have been searching for. I am from nowhere and everywhere. My body a diaspora. I am from here.
since. It's been a long time a coming, but I know a change gon' come. Yes, it will. And it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Why? 'Cause I don't know what's out there beyond the great big sky. It's been a long time a coming, but you I see it's gonna come. A change is gonna come for all of us. Yes, it will. And I go to the movies, and I go downtown. Somebody's always there and watching me and telling me, say, don't you come around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. I said a change is gonna come. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So I go to my brother, and I ask, it's all I ask. I ask, brother, could you help me please? But he winds up, he always winds up, he winds up and knocking me still. Right back down, he knocks me down to my knees. There's been times I thought I could last for longer, but now I think maybe I could be able to finally carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know I see it, and I know you do too, that a change is gonna come. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Majda. I'm Rasa's event coordinator.
Salam, my name is Eden and I'm Rasa's president. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of the show. Everyone take a deep breath in and out. Now don't close out the tab just yet. We first want to share our gratitude for some important people who helped put the show together before introducing our final act.
We want to start by giving a big thank you to our filmmakers, Walley Films, Moody, especially production manager Rob, for all of his help, our sponsors, and a massive thank you to Jake and all the Rasa members involved in committees. We couldn't have done this without you. We also wanted to thank our outside act, Afili Nonso, for creating a beautiful piece representing the diverse African community here at Rice. Finally, thank you to the best e-board ever. I love how dedicated you are to nurturing this beautiful community, and forever grateful that I got to work with you on putting the show together this year.
And a huge thank you to this girl right here, Majda, for putting this amazing show together. This process takes over 9 months of dedication and planning. And to do it all during a pandemic added an unprecedented layer of challenges, but she handled them with such grace, poise, and positivity. Every ounce of passion and energy that this community brings to a live show was captured in this film, and it couldn't have come to life without Majda's execution and unending spirit. She truly embodies the mission of Rasa, which is to educate and celebrate African culture and to encourage a spirit of unity, curiosity, and respect amongst its members and the campus community. And that is exactly what was exemplified in this show.
For this year's show, I wanted people of African descent and the diaspora at Rice to feel empowered to express their identity however they wanted to. As a community, our perception of our African identity can subconsciously be influenced by Western media. And with this show, I wanted to intentionally represent both conventional and unconventional forms of African culture. We brought together people from all parts of the diaspora, and I hope you got to expand your understanding of African culture.
Again, thank you so much for being here, and we hope you enjoy the last act of the day. Rasa Dance.
Always in the lead, who you wanna be, I'm who they wanna be. B-E-A-U-T-Y-E. Never seen so much rage from a queen. Rage from a queen. Queen so strong, thought she was a machine. Girl of your dreams, Sinclair regime. Turn to the max, can't forget Maxine. Refer to me as a goddess, I'm tired of being modest. 100 degrees the hottest, if we're being honest. Ebony antibiotics, black people win, they say we being demonic. Angel in disguise, I hate I have to disguise it. Why you gotta despise it? Rich in the mind, that's why I'm making deposit. Carry all the power, it's time to realize it. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. They feel away, oh wow. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. Don't ever take my power, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. They feel away, oh wow.
This that rhythm, this that lightning, this that.
Listen this, yeah. DJ McFly.
I'm gonna sound.
Martin Vegeta. Putain. Putain. putain, je suis dans ma sphère. Demande à DJ Max, là j'ai pas d'adversaire. Le plus aimé de toutes, ce n'est pas un mystère. L'autre il faut l'on lui écoute le son de la caisse claire. Tu fais la meuf exemplaire devant tes frères. Quand tu casses ta démarche, on a mal au faussaire. Tu fais la meuf droite, t'es perpendiculaire. Et quand je t'amène à l'hôtel, tu dis que tu veux rien faire. Putain! 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 Chaga de putain! Dumba de putain! Derrière de putain! Dans le 9-1, on t'a frou-frou. Dans le 9-2, on t'a frou-frou. Dans le 9-3, on t'a frou-frou. Dans le 45, allez, pousse-toi de là. Dumba de, pousse-toi de là. Kata de, pousse-toi de là. Allez, pousse-toi de là. Ouf, ouf. C'est VG Dream.
Upendo usitie vigingi, kitandani mwendo wa bakora, kichwani pakie vumbi, meno kusaga mkongora, navyoliseti loketi, natema sumu kadondora, maji kulowesha nyeti, kifo cha mende kuchochola, marafiki washuka, nikitanda na godoro, ofisi yake mifupa, sio supu ya kongoro, au kisa ukungu maujuzi. Leo nifanye vibaya, nivike sura ya mbuzi, nikufiche mabaya. Mie bamba tu bamba, mie niuye bamba tu bamba, penzi lako bamba tu bamba, lina no girl bamba tu bamba, goda mie bamba tu bamba, mie niuye bamba tu bamba, penzi lako bamba tu bamba, lina no girl bamba tu bamba.
Nimekuwa cheese, always give me my teeth, I got the right teeth. Said she wanna party with the jugabun, because she never met nobody but the dumb baby. Brown and practice like a jugabun. I ain't never seen nobody but the done. I say, baby, do you wanna be a jugabun? Are you sure you can party with the jugabun? Said she wanna party with the jugabun, because she never met nobody but the done. Long, long time, baby, you've been on my mind. Long, long time, baby, I've been on my grind. No 419, baby, you've been on my mind. No 419, baby, I've been on my grind.
I'm a jugabun, classy, bougie, riff-raff. Only fuck with good vibes, Hennessy with no chaser. Only thing I chase is paper. I'm a jugabun, classy, bougie, riff-raff. Only fuck with good vibes, Hennessy with no chaser. Only thing I chase is paper.
Only thing I chase is paper. Only thing I chase is paper. Only thing I chase is paper. Because I am a jugabun, the jugabun. The only thing I chase is paper. Paper, na 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 na. Said she wanna party with the jugabun, because she never met nobody but the dumb baby. Brown and practice like a jugabun.